Am I the asshole for refusing to let a woman take fur from my greenhouse and pressing charges? I, 30M, live in a nice little neighborhood. Everyone knows everybody, we all have our own space and many have flower gardens. I have a greenhouse in my backyard that is visible from the street and behind a 4-foot picket fence. We got a new neighbor, haven't had the chance to meet them until today. I have a camera in my yard that notified me of movement near the greenhouse, so I went and checked, and that's when I found a lady and young teen picking tomatoes and peppers in my greenhouse. I raised my voice and asked what on earth they were doing, and the woman says it's fine, she's friends with the owner. I asked if she wants to run that by me again, cause in the owner and I don't know who the hell they are. When she realized she was caught, she tried to leave with a bag full of vegetables. I told her she isn't leaving with that food and she has 2 minutes to drop it and leave or I'm pressing charges. She starts crying that she's trying to feed her child and needs it and that she can't afford this on her record, but I didn't feel like rewarding a theft and took the food from her and called the cops. She's telling everyone I am an asshole and a toxic man, and though most are telling her she's in the wrong, her friends on Facebook are telling me I'm an asshole and should be ashamed. Am I the asshole? Edited for information. When she was offered the chance to leave without police involvement, she screamed at me and broke a pot that had some chives growing. I don't have her on Facebook. However, my name is on my mailbox and have since put my account to private. If she had asked first, by all means I would have given her a couple peppers, tomatoes, even some squash, but she didn't. Not the asshole, she stole from you. She should have talked with you beforehand. The fact that she has the lie, I know the owner, ready to go, makes me think she's used to stealing. Not the asshole, it was clearly a private greenhouse. She lied about knowing the owner, she filled a bag full, and then she complained about it, a theft being added to her record. She knew she was doing something illegal, completely her fault. She's just mad she got caught. Get a trespassing charge on her too. If you catch her again, charges will be worse for her. She deserves it. Not the asshole. She was stealing from you. Assuming you are in the US, if she needs food assistance, there is SNAP, food stamps, the food handouts that are going on all over, and churches who will give her food. Not the asshole. She could have knocked on your door and asked instead of trespassing and stealing. Not the asshole. She's trespassing and damaging and stealing your property. It's not better because it's food, it's your food. She didn't even ask, and then had the nerve to lie. Lol, no. Absolutely do not reward that behavior. Given that she just moved into the nice area and evidently has internet, it's unlikely she's even needing food anyway. She's probably just some entitled yuppie after some free organic veg rather than someone in genuine need. Not that it's your problem anyway. But how do you know about her Facebook if you don't know her? Did you add her or something? Anyway, just block them. Not the asshole, start locking the greenhouse, I guess. Not the asshole. Can't afford this on her record. How about not giving the legal system another reason to file charges against you? It's not that difficult to understand. Not the asshole. She was stealing. If she was so concerned about having theft on her record, then she shouldn't have been a thief. Not the asshole. If she had asked before she took the food, then I'd call you ta. But straight up trespassing and trying to steal? She deserved what she got. ETA. Tears of joy. I just reread my post and thought, what the fuck was I thinking? The woman would have been the asshole whether or not she asked permission before taking the veggies. NTA. First of all, it is your own greenhouse and you can do with it as you please, and besides, theft is kinda theft. Second of all, I feel that the whole, I am trying to feed my child, argument is just an excuse, because if she was truly in a bad position she wouldn't have done the whole, I am friends with the owner, don't mind me, spiel. She is now playing the victim card to everyone that will listen, so don't worry too much about it since they don't know your side of the story as well. Not the asshole. She's a thief, and she's a practiced thief because the line came easy to her. Of course her friends are defending her, birds of a feather flock together. Not the asshole. My first thought was that I wouldn't have called the police, but would have taken the food back. However, once I read that she is going round telling everybody, literally advertising that she's a thief. Some people are ridiculous. I agree, you did the right thing. Don't feel bad for looking after yourself and your belongings. Not the asshole. She was stealing and now she's slandering you. If her friends on Facebook believed her sob story, then why didn't they buy her groceries? Not the asshole. On a completely unrelated note, are you the villain in Rapunzel? Not the asshole. She was stealing. She couldn't just ask first if she needed it that bad. I really don't understand people sometimes. Not the asshole. And given that she is slandering you, perhaps you should press charges at her anyway. Not the asshole, she's a literal thief. I'm friends with the owner. Who did she think was questioning her? She's an idiot to boot. Sue, she can't afford a record but she can afford to break in and enter and steal. People and their fucking sob stories. I'd press charges too. Not the asshole, I'll never understand what compels people to pick from other people's gardens. Not the asshole. She was a brazen thief. Not the asshole, that's your personal garden. I would have sobbed back at her that if she takes the food then you won't be able to feed your family. Honestly, the audacity of some people. Not the asshole, she stole from you, got caught, and got in trouble for it, yet somehow you think you're the jerk. Are you an asshole for not letting people steal from you? Did you really have to ask that? I rock a couple of greenhouses and grow heirloom tomatoes, peppers, etc. I would be livid and press charges. No excuses would matter to me. I put in tons of resources and energy growing everything. Not the asshole. You already know she's a liar. Not the asshole. Not the asshole, I'm very protective of my garden and it would feel as bad as if someone walked into my living room and started taking my things. If someone is in need, this is not the way to get the things they need. I can't believe that people need to ask questions like this. We all know the question is rhetorical, but it still gets answered, all for vanity and that sweet karma. Not the asshole. Put a lock on the greenhouse if you can. Post the security footage to Facebook. Not the asshole, she literally stole from you, lied, then maybe made an excuse. I would say she's in the wrong and what you did is pretty reasonable. Not the asshole. She trespassed, attempted to steal, and lied to you about what she was doing. She's the major asshole here. Not the asshole, she can't afford this on her record, this ain't her first rodeo. Dude, come on, are you really asking this or are you karma whoring? It's obvious that the lady is in the wrong here if this story is even real. I doubt its authenticity only because it's so effing obvious that she's wrong. Do you doubt yourself so much that you can't even be sure of such obvious common sense? Where do you live that your tomatoes are blooming tears of joy? Not the asshole. She's a thief. If she needs charitable help she could have asked instead of stealing from you. Not the asshole, but please don't do anything to the teen. It's not their fault, their mother is stupid as hell. Not the asshole. Her comment that she knew the owner stated that she was in the wrong and that she knew exactly what she was doing. NTA. Someone jumps your fence and starts stealing things out of your backyard, of course you call the cops. If you don't they'll just keep doing it. I bet if she politely asked, OP would have given her some. Also, if this is in the US, there's several ways of getting food if you're in need: food stamps, food banks, churches, some community events, etc., etc. Not the asshole. Her steals, trespasses, and damages property, also her. I can't afford to have this on my record, DD. Honestly, WTF. Presumably you left your house to confront her and she still used the "don't worry I know the owner" line is what's killing me. The sheer audacity, lol. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. That is theft, and then she tried to lie when she was caught instead of apologizing and maybe explaining her situation. Wow. Not the asshole. Theft is theft. This is one of the worst posts I've seen trending on this sub. Am I the asshole for not letting a thief steal from me? Absolutely not the asshole. You're not required to do anything for anyone even if they are in a tight spot. And I definitely wouldn't give them anything if they attempted to steal, when they could have asked. Not the asshole. The least she could have done was ask. Not the asshole. If you are in need, you ask people for help. They may voluntarily give you stuff to help. You don't get to steal, get caught, then lie, get caught again, then cry for mercy. Which is exactly what this woman and her daughter did. You did the right thing. I would be pissed if someone tried to harvest my plants without my consent. That was my hard work I put into raising those plants. She's a thief and a liar. Who cares if she or her friends are upset? Not the asshole. One of my favorite fairy tales starts just like this. But it was an pregnant woman's husband getting radishes. I don't blame you because her first reaction was to lie about knowing the owner instead of saying sorry and that she's stealing to feed her family. But I think this is an esh. She sucks for not asking. I think if anyone had a lady ask for food for her kids, anyone would bend over backwards to feed the kids. But I don't think that you needed to involve the police. Only vegetables were endangered. So Not the asshole, who does she think she is? Jean Valjean. Not the asshole. Probably something that would have gotten her shunned or killed in the Middle Ages. Not the asshole install a camera or a locking delivery box in front of your house. These MFers are the ones that steal packages off of porches. I would warn your neighbors as well.